I made $283 today trading NQ, and I was up maybe like 360, 380. Then I started going lower just because I started trading. I overtraded when I knew I shouldn't. But that's not really what I'm worried about. I'm above $200 on the account, and that's my main profit target, just for micros, so I can get the payout, and then we can start sizing up once we make money from the account. Your main goal with these funded accounts, you should just go into it trying to get a payout. Once you make your money back, then you can start sizing up. That's what I highly recommend. Alright, straight into it. So, I'm gonna go higher time frame because we always want to do top-down analysis. We couldn't see any of this. But, looking at this, boxes indicator, we ran out Asia lows right here. So first thing I want to mention, Asia lows was ran out. We ran out the liquidity here. And look at our time in our, I don't know, our quarterly AMD theory, whatever. I was also looking at this and saw accumulation, manipulation, run below this red, and distribution in this green. And you can see we did push up higher. So seeing this manipulation lower in the red, I was like, I'm pretty bearish. But what's this right here? Let's go down to the 5-minute. BPR, balanced price range. Plus, we also have this breaker block. So with all this in mind, if you guys want to mark this out, for whoever wants to trade unicorns, you could get a better entry than me. I got this entry down here, but yeah, I just want to go back on this power 3 accumulation, manipulation below is low, distribution up higher. So once we have a shift in market structure, what we want to look out for, I specifically, whenever I see a range like this, I'm like, I want to see OTE. We need to retrace into OTE for me to even consider taking an entry. So I drew up my OTE. Look what lined up perfectly. Oh, unicorn, whatever, all BPR, all my PD arrays was perfect. I was like, I can't resist this. I gotta take a long. So I did take longs, and I wasn't supposed to get filled. I held my limits there, just cause I went to the bathroom. I had to go pee, so I went pee, came back, class ended, and I started walking to my next class, and I checked my phone, and I got filled. Here it was right here, my OTE, BPR, unicorn, all of it was marked out. 3 micro contracts. Take profit $547, which I closed out early. And boom, tap me, and of course we all know I ran to full take profit. I closed out early for some reason. I think I just wanted to close out with above $200 on the day. That's what I had. And I want to go over another thing. I took a re-entry to push my account up to $300. And I'll show you that right here. 306. Oh, that's too many sixes. I'm good I got rid of that. Okay. So, on the 2-minute chart, I scale between the 2-minute, 3-minute, 4-minute, because that's what ICT says in like episode 32 of the 2022 mentorship. He says you should scale between the 1-minute, 2-minute, 3-minute to start looking for unicorns, breakers, and everything. And this breaker right here in particular caught my eye. We had this order block, another market structure shift. If we were going to retrace into a discount, which it's this high down to this low, I'll show you. I should have tried using the measuring gap. I want to take an entry of consequent encroachment of this breaker block right here. Just because it's a full retrace to a discount, I'm not going to take a trade unless we retrace into a discount. So, took a long of consequent encroachment, and that's exactly what I waited for. My stop was on the bottom of this breaker, so 3 handle stop loss, and I was targeting out our equal highs. And I was shocked when it ran to my full take profit. So, after we got the initial tap, it ran up a bit, and I was like, alright, I'm not going to hold the full take profit. I closed out a little bit earlier just because we started having retracements, so I closed out, but you can see we displaced through. I need to stop paper handing my trades, but for this time I'm going to let it slide until I actually start trading with minis, which once I take the payout, I'm going to go straight into minis and just start bombing out bigger plays, not paper handing, let interplays like these and just let them run. Oh, what's up, Fax? Okay.
Bro, I'm so sorry.
It's all good, bro. Alright, so SMT at the lows, by the way. I hope you guys realize that, because I paid for my subscription for, I don't know how much it was. I bought this, so I was like, might as well start using more SMT. And using more SMT was a really good decision, because you can actually see where the market's likely to reverse. And I don't regret it at all. I really like SMT. So, let's just check out ETH real quick, just because I'm going to start doing a little bit of analysis on ETH. I'm glad it's staying lower. I want to have a better buying opportunity. I'm going to try buying back in eventually, just for long term. When you guys start making money and taking payouts, I recommend just putting a little bit into it, into crypto, eventually, just little by little, when you are older. But, yeah, these were all the trades I took. I ended up taking a loss. Let me go over my loss real quick, because it's more important to go over the losses than the wins. It was this right here. Jeez. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, let's hop in the 1 minute. Of course, I get stopped out and it runs to my full take profit, which tapped in. Oh wait, no, we didn't even get tapped in. Never mind. It did run to full take profit though. We were not filled. I remember I did force an entry here or up here once I saw this placement, and when I was up, I was like, "What am I doing?" Slap myself in the middle of class. I was like, "You can't be doing that. That's against our psychological rules." So got rid of that. We had this one play at 7:05 just because we had this is an experimental play right here. It was with a model I wanted to experiment with because I made what was it, 2.3K in one day on my XFA from trading an OT of a market maker sell model just because we didn't print our second leg redistribution right here. So I was thinking in my head, if we didn't have Powell, or if our bias was better, or if we weren't accumulating, this manipulation higher and retracement into OTE, that would have been a perfect short. I was genuinely thinking that this play was going to work out. So I took an entry, which I forced an entry right here just because of the turtle soup, because we had SMT, and I tried mentioning to you guys, you just look through this. Close the position now. I made a lot of people get out break even. I chased it again off the mitigation block, and it stopped me out. Okay, and I want to go over the one thing where I said this is a turtle soup, just because ES did not take out this high at this time, but we started pushing lower and ES started pushing lower. So when I saw that, I was like, this turtle soup is good. So I took it. We took a loss, down 100 on the funded. Not too bad. And we'll be back for vengeance tomorrow. And we had Powell. Powell showed up, messed up the market. And yeah, these are just our plays right here. Boom. 2 entries, got both first and second leg of a market maker buy model. I want to see lower after Powell just because we had this run of this high. 2 failure swings and equal highs right here. But as we know, it didn't do that, and we did end up running up those equal highs right here with Powell. So Powell does have a major factor in the market. He destroys the market whenever he hops in. He's probably the #1 menace in the market. He actually does, what was it, during FOMC he made me blow my first account. He made me M2 blow his first account. A lot of people in here, they lost their accounts to Powell. Okay, but I think that's about it for the recap. Do we have any questions?
Who is Powell?
Jerome Powell. That guy, he is the guy who decides interest rates and all that fancy old people stuff. I will show you what he looks like though. This is Chairman Powell.
Oh.
This is a guy that some of these FOMC meetings are just clown shows. I'm not even gonna lie. Hold up. Because one time during summer, I remember it was like August or something. FOMC happened. Powell was talking. There was a little girl on stage for some reason. It was a clown show. Like they were arguing. There was a little girl on the stage. Hold up. I don't know how she got in there, but there was a little girl at the meeting for some reason. But that was last year during summer. But do you have any other questions? It can be anything. You just type it out.
So he just. Oh, never mind.
He decides interest rates. Oh yeah, what's up, Mr. Ward?
If you go back to that first trade that you took and you marked out with the breaker block, the OTE.
Yes. Let's go back to it. Oh, my analysis is gone. Let me bring it back.
Oh, shoot.
Okay. What's up?
Alright, so looking at that breaker block, why did you mark it like just starting like far left?
Right
oh yeah, right. A little bit to the left.
Because I was cycling through the 2 minute, 3 minute. Look at the 1 minute.
Yeah.
We in price section at this very moment, look, hold up, let me show you. Where could we decide a breaker is at? We could try saying it was this high, this high. This is just way too choppy. We have this high right here. So when it's really what's the word for it? Conglomerate. I don't know. When it's just really choppy in one area, I scroll through the time frames just so I can get a clear picture of the market.
Yeah.
So you see like these big wicks. I really just want to compress. I want to start looking at the market in a different sense, especially in choppier conditions. 2 minute, 3 minute, you can start looking around, market looks cleaner. So that's just the way I tidy up the markets a bit and be able to clean it up. So hopped on the 2 minute. This right here, this is going to be my breaker. Just because we have this order block right here too. Alright, I'm just going to call this order block right here. And I just want to see a retrace into discount. Sometimes I mark it from like wick to wick, but like I usually mark it like this, which it doesn't really have a difference if I'm being honest.
Alright. Yeah, that makes sense.
Mantas,
Hmm.
I got a question. Bro, what is the indicator watermark and the name?
It is AGFX watermark.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, just FX watermark. Yeah, just type in FX water. Another confluence you could have added is that it was taken inside of a macro time. You want to frame your entries around these times too. Like look at this. This is change in state of delivery right here. Boom, boom, run up higher. Failure swing at this low. We could actually scale for this. On the 2 minute, you can see change in state of delivery. You hear this low being respected perfectly cleanly. This is what a lot of people take entries off of. It's just changing the order blocks, running lower, failure swing, fair value gap, run up higher. If you look overall, still pushing up bullish. We have this trend line right here. Also, Woody, how do you feel about? Oh, he's gone. He was here for a few seconds. Breaker block. I would use. Hold up, I'll show you. The way I mark them out. Let's hop in the 2 minute. Clean this up. You can mark them out the way I did with this green candle right here, but you would have missed that. It depends on the breaker that we form, but in this one where we did actually run out this external low, I mark them out with the wicks. I typically mark them out with the wicks either way, honestly, just because CE is usually the same for them.
Yeah.
But overall, boom, boom. You could have marked it out like this. It's really subjective. If you look through all my videos, the way I mark out my order blocks have always been funky. It's usually just a convenience to me. Whenever I see a high, it's either going to be the bodies, the wicks, whatever it is. And just, boom, draw it to the right.
Alright.
This, though, you definitely want to go in higher time frames, like 2 minute or 3 minutes, just to get this from this high. 3 drives at these lows, too. Look, boom, boom. I should also do a little bit of a study to see if SMTFX 3 drives. If that is the case, then I'm going to start trading it a lot more often. But if we have no more questions, do we have any questions, actually?
One more. So,
What's up?
in the case of like a unicorn setup, I got two questions. So the first one is, does the fair value gap have to be like within the breaker, or can it be like overlapping but slightly outside?
I really recommend, for an example like this, I really recommend it to be overlapping, like straight through like this. And also, another thing that ICT said, you're supposed to trade it off the 2 and 3 minute time frames. 2 and 3 minute. Yeah, 2 or 3 minute time frames, I mean. Jeez. But look at this. If you see from this high to this low, look at what you respected perfectly. Hold up. Out of my way! Oh, sorry. Okay, I just started getting... I don't know, I'm heated. Alright, look at this. Boom, boom. Oh, shoot, that one's messed up. We have to use the way I did it last time. This green candle to this green candle. It wasn't even CE. Where did that come from then? Hold up. You see that? What is this? Why is this being respected and the other one? Okay. My trust is weird, but yeah, ICT usually wants to go over the 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, all the way up to the 5 minute for the unicorns. Of course, you can trade like a 15-minute unicorn. Those also hold up. But when you're getting really into the, or when you're really trying to find like a smaller entry in price, you want to go on the 2 minute, 3 minute. You already know.
All right.
Sure. Look.
So do you enter off of the like the tap of the fair value gap?
Tap of the
Okay,
breaker?
that makes
Actually, you always want to take an entry off the tap of the breaker.
All right, sweet.
I guess this would work right here. It's just, I'm seeing it in such a weird way right now. I don't know what's up with it. Okay, this is how I marked it out up here. This is really messed up, I'm sorry. Go on the time frame, mark it out, mark out the breaker, take an entry, have a good stop loss, and you're fine. Go long off the top of the breaker. Stop. Okay, that's too high. Mean threshold order block.
I'm gonna put something in the voice channel chat. So the on the 3 minute, the white box, that is the fair value gap, and the black one is the breaker block. So would I enter off of like the tap of the breaker because
Off
it's
the
slightly
tap of the
lower?
breaker. Yes, tap of the breaker.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah. Otherwise, it would just be trading off a fair value gap.
All right.
The breakers here, there can be breakers everywhere, there can be fair value gaps everywhere, but when they're paired together, they are high probability. Whenever there's a mitigation block or a breaker, and there's a fair value gap in front of it, this automatically turns to high probability. Same thing with inversion fair value gaps. I mean, it's different with inversions, I mean. Like, For example, if we have a fair value gap that was used like this one right here, I will show you real quick. So we have this fair value gap right here. We tap into it, and this fair value gap is used, tap into consequent encroachment, used to shoot through a key level. Offer open and re-tap into it, which is really hard to get into. I'll show you in 1 minute. Since this is a pretty important fair value gap, just because this one was used to take out liquidity, it was used. When we push through it, which I don't know if most people would consider this pushing through, but usually whenever we push outside of it and retrace into it, this is where you want to go long, just because this is a high probability inversion. So, mark out your thing, stop to this, target this high, and that's it. Boom.
Alright.
That's a play right there, that's an inversion. I wouldn't really trade it on high news days like pre-market, because sometimes it gets funky, but you could trade it anytime. Just look out for these high probability inversions. Otherwise, I don't really like inversions, because they're kind of messed up. Price is going one way, it's going to disrespect all the other PD arrays. Okay, what else do I have to talk about? Oh yeah, analysis going into tomorrow. Let's look at the hourly and I'll frame it off that. I just want to retrace. I guess I'll be bullish. Yeah, I'll be bullish. Okay, I'm bullish. I actually do all the proper analysis when I wake up, because anything can happen overnight in Asia. Yes, bro. Look at this. Some people did take the signal. I'm pretty happy some people took the signal. Not the signal, or they just used my analysis to take wins. That's good. Okay. Yeah, it'd probably just be retrace. I can't really see us targeting out any more low. But then again, market can do anything it wants. So, let's try to take it a little more serious. Market doesn't have to retrace. We do have this fair value gap. I really want to see like immediate rebalance if we do want to go lower. Actually, no, we cannot immediately rebalance it right now. We do probably would fill this. If we do disrespect this though, it's already looking like a market maker sell model. And we have our IPTA quarterly shift. Long term bearish, short term bullish. So with our quarterly shift. Yeah, it's a quarterly shift. I'm confused. And we have our IPTA lookbacks. 40-day lookback is right here. I really want to retrace. I'm going to go get the anchor thing sorted out soon. I'm going to do a video on IPTA for the advanced traders, but I usually don't have any of them in here. I really want to retrace into here, just because this is, what is this right here? Boom. Breaker. And a fair value gap. This is a unicorn right here. So if we can retrace into this higher time frame unicorn, we could probably take shorts off of it. So can someone remind, I'll remind myself actually. We have a higher time frame unicorn going into tomorrow, so I don't mess myself up. So when we retrace, we want to look for these higher time frame levels, and we just use them to look for shorts inside of them. And once we find like a market maker sell model, 2022 model, turtle soup, anything inside of it, that's what we take, and we absolutely hold it, because this is a second leg redistribution. It's just gonna boom straight through. Okay, that's it. I have nothing else to go over. Is there any more questions, or are we good? Alright, perfect. You guys have a good night.